Welcome to the Tuesday Top 10 show at The Collective. This is episode 29, and we're showing you the best new comics you should be picking up for the week of January 23rd and 24th, 2024. Don't forget at the end of the week to log into your Comic Hub account. That's on Friday after 5 p.m. and go to the last call for confirmed orders FOC section, and then shop coming soon so you can submit your pre-orders. That's when all available orders or items will be available to request. That's Friday the 19th. No, this week it's the, I didn't change. The 26th this week. So Friday the 26th after 5 p.m. The orders are due on the 27th by midnight to guarantee your copy of any open order cover or single issue. As always, if you see an incentive cover that you'd like, send your request via the hub. Call the store at 407-637-2843. or 321-295-7091. You can also text that number because it's a mobile number. Stay tuned for more news on return of additional shows after MegaCon. Don't forget to pick up your MegaCon tickets. MegaCon is next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend, the 1st through 4th. And all of your friends from the store will be at the show. Don't forget to follow us on Discord at Collective CCG. Also on all of their social media platforms. Let's jump into a little bit of news. We got the big announcement was posted in the Discord. We got some additional information. The Ninja Turtles comic by IDW is being relaunched. So it will end at issue 150 and relaunch with a new creative team. As previously revealed, the writer is longtime Marvel writer Jason Aaron. But we'll also see art on the first couple of issues by Raphael Albuquerque, Joel Jones, Cliff Chiang, Chris Burnham. And then after the first, I think it's the first issue, the first arc will start with issue 2. And it will be drawn by Raphael Albuquerque. We got some art from the series. That's the cover art gallery. That looks like an ad. I like this art so far. Interested to see Raphael Albuquerque draw Ninja Turtles. I like his art. His art is very energetic. That's a cool. So it might not be a anthology in the so it's going to be the first 4 issues are drawn by individual artists. That's what it is. So Joel Jones on the first one, Raphael Albuquerque on issue 2, Cliff Chiang on issue 3, and Chris Burnham on issue 4, and then the arc will start after that with multiple issues drawn by Raphael Albuquerque. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'll be checking that out. The new number 1 launches in March or April. Awesome. Marvel's doing something different with their crossover this summer. The Vampire Focus Blood Hunt. They're going to be offering different variations on the story that show additional pages and different content. And these will be polybagged. That's an interesting take on it. Maybe a little more fights with the vampires, etc. It's an interesting take. We'll see how that goes. I'm interested in that story. It's kind of cool. I always like to see superheroes fighting vampires. All right. That's all we got for news. Jump right into the books. All right, we're going to start off with number 10. A little bit different because these books have been selling really good. They've been really interesting to read. Good stories. We got some additional printings. So, Void Rivals number 1. This is the 6th printing. So if you missed it, and any of the other printings are in the first trade that came out. This one probably has a low print run. There's only a couple copies for the store. If you wanted an actual single issue for number 1, you can pick this up. This is by Lorenzo De Felici and Robert Kirkman and Matthias Lopes. We have, can't read that, a fourth printing of Transformers #1 with a really cool Optimus Prime cover. This is by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer, this series. We have a third printing of Transformers #2, also out this week. These are all out this week. The second printing of issue 3. There's 2 covers on this one. There's a Decepticon cover and an Autobot cover. I like that one better. That one's cool. Second printing of issue 3. Issue 4 is also out this week, I believe. Number 9 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 147. This is the arc that finishes out the story. Don and Leo are out to stop the end of the world, of their world. This is written by Kevin Eastman and Sophie Campbell, with art by Vincenzo Federici and colors by Rhonda Pattison. And this is the Federici cover, and then this is the Kevin Eastman and Sophie Campbell cover. That's not right. It's the writers. This is the Federici cover. No, this is Kevin Eastman and Sophie Campbell. Okay. Sorry, the information I pulled, the site I pulled this information from had this in a wrong order. But Ninja Turtles number 147, leading up to 150, where this series will end and it will restart in March or April. Right. Number 8. Is Detective Comics number 1081. This is the start of a new arc. So if you're been looking at checking out Ram V's story on Detective Comics, this is a good place to start at 1081. This run has been really good. I'm still reading it. I kind of jumped in and out of Detective Comics depending on the creative team in the past, but I really like this one. The interior art on this one is by Riccardo Federici and Stefano Caselli. Again, written by Ram V, colors by Lee Lowridge. We have the Evan Cagle cover. That's the main cover. We have the Federici cardstock cover variant. And we have the In-Hyuk Lee. Kind of looks like a playing card type of cover. That's very cool. I like that. I love the art. Always good covers by In-Hyuk Lee. That's Detective Comics number 1081. Jumping over to Marvel. Or number 7. This is the resurrection of Magneto. Magneto is back, but it's too late for him to save Krakoa. So now he's out to get some payback. This is written by Al Ewing with interior art by Luciano Vecchio and colors by David Curiel. This is Stefano Caselli and Jesus Abertov cover. We have a David Baldeon foil cover. As usual with these foil covers, they are a bit higher than cover price. This one is $10. We have another great entry in the series of John Tyler Christopher negative space covers. That one's probably one of the best. We have a classic Magneto insignia cover and a Stormbreaker cover by Nick Klein. That's a very nice no logo cover. The Resurrection of Magneto number 1. Let's put an indie book in the list here. Number 6 is Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures number 1. And what could be bad about an animated D&D quest? This is written by David Boer and art by George Kamabadis. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Sorry. This is the Kamabadis cover, the main cover, and the second cover is the Escorza brothers. like that. It reminds me of the cartoon, the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon that was on for like 1 or 2 seasons when I was younger. Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures #1. Next up, back to DC. We have one of the one-shots for Titans Beast World. This is the Beast World Tour Star City, #1. Beast World crossover is coming to Ollie Queen City, and he's not real happy about it. It's Joshua Williamson writing this one, art by Jamal Campbell. This is the Mikhail Yanin main cover. This is a very interesting, like a throwback magazine ad cover by Cully Hamner. And we have a John Jiang Beast Form cover. That's cool. On track, this is the end of the Universal Monsters Dracula series with issue 4. It's the final confrontation between Dracula and Van Helsing. We have a story by James Tynion, art by Martin Simmons, and the main cover has art by Martin Simmons. And then we have another excellent cover by Jenny Frison, always doing top-notch work. Dracula, issue 4. This one is one I've been looking forward to for a while, and at #3, back over to Marvel. That's not the main cover. This is Power Pack Into the Storm #1. It's a mini-series written by the original series creators, Louise Simonson and June Brigman. Also drawn by June Brigman, inks by Roy Richardson, colors by Nolan Woodward. This is the June Brigman cover. And then we have the Nicoletta Baldari variant. That's Power Pack Into the Storm #1. Definitely going to be reading that one. Love that series. Working through these pretty quick. #2, this is Star Wars Thrawn Alliances. This is an adaptation of the in-canon version of Timothy Zahn's Star Wars story. And it's co-written by Timothy Zahn and Jody Hauser, with art by Pat Olive and Andrea DeVito. This is colors by Rochelle Rosenberg. We have the main cover by Rod Heiss, Thrawn himself. We got it's like a painted photo-inspired actor cover. They call this the photo promo or the showcase cover. And we have Thrawn on the bridge of his ship. This is a Taran Clark variant cover. That one's very nice. That's Star Wars Thrawn Alliances #1. All right. Sit back, everybody. This is going to take a minute. This is the #1 entry for the week. This is the anthology from the new Ghost Machine imprinted image from Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch. This is, like I said, is an anthology. There's 5 or 6 stories in here. This is Ghost Machine #1 of 1. It's a one-shot. There's various creators. You got, I'm sorry, not Brian Hitch, Gary Frank. Jason Fabot, Gary Frank, Brian Hitch is in here, Jeff Johns, Francis Manipul, Brad Meltzer, Ivan Heiss, Peter Tomasi. It's an all-star creative team. This is the main cover, showcasing multiple characters. We have a foil version of that, which kind of shiny, not sure how well that's, okay, that's better. We have Direwolf showcase cover. So each of these characters does have a story in this book. We have like a little bit cartoony style. It's called Hornsby and Halo. That's pretty neat. Hyde Street. Looks like some monsters going on there. There is a Rook cover. Another cover for Hyde Street. We have a Geiger cover. There's been 2 series now for Geiger, but there is a Geiger story in this book. I'm sure there will be another volume of Geiger once the second one completes. I think it's on issue 2. The Rockefellers. That one's cool. I like that. I like the composition. Really neat. It's kind of like a 60s style adventure type. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. And then this is Redcoat. Looks like he's gotten himself in a little bit of trouble. So that's Ghost Machine #1. That is also the stamp book, the pick of the week, both on my show and for the store. And that's all I have for you this week. Don't forget, get your MegaCon tickets. Come check us all out at MegaCon. Visit us at the booth. Say hello. Have a great one. See you next week on the last show before MegaCon. Good night.